You wrote all three of those songs.
Yes, sir.
And we have some questions now from our audience we'd like to get your response to. What is your preferred music? Country, rock and roll, jazz? What do you prefer?
Country, rock, and blues.
Everything but jazz. How long does it take to write a song?
Probably about 15 minutes or
Oh my
so.
God. 15 minutes. The songs that you just sang for us, they took about 15 minutes each?
Well, yes, sir.
Wow. What are you going to do for us now? The wreck of the Edmond Fitzgerald?
Yes, sir.
Oh, good, okay. Well, you just sing and we'll enjoy. One second.
Legend lives on from the Chippewa on down of the big lake they call Gitchagumi. Lake, it is said, never gives up her dead when the skies of November turn gloomy. With a load of iron ore 26,000 tons more than the Edmond Fitzgerald weighed empty. Good ship and crew was a bone to be chewed when the gales of November came early. The ship was a pride of the American side, coming back from some mill in Wisconsin. As the big freighters go, it was bigger than most, with a crew and good captain well seasoned, concluding some terms with a couple of steel firms when they left fully loaded for Cleveland. Later that night when the ship's bell rang, could it be the north wind they'd been feeling? The wind and the wires made a tattletale sound when a wave broke over the railing. The young man knew, as the captain did too, 'twas the witch of November come stealing. The dawn came late and breakfast had to wait when the gales of November came slashing. When afternoon came, it was freezing rain in the face of some hurricane west wind. When supper time came, the old cook came on deck, saying, "Fellas, it's too rough to feed you." 7 p.m. a main hatchway caved in and said, "Fellas, it's been good to know you." The captain wired in, he had water coming in, and the good ship and crew was in peril. Then later that night, when his lights went out of sight, came the wreck of the Edmond Fitzgerald. Does anyone know where the love of God goes when the waves turn the minutes to hours? The searchers all say they would have made Whitefish Bay if they put 15 more miles behind her. They might have split up or they might have capsized. They may have broke deep and took water. And all that remains are the faces and the names of the wives and the sons and the daughters. Lake Huron rose and Superior sings in the rooms of her ice-water mansion. Old Michigan streams like a young man's dream. The islands and bays are for sportsmen. Farther below, Lake Ontario took in what Lake Erie can send her. As the iron boats go and the mariners all know, the gales of November remember. In a musty old hall in Detroit, they prayed at the Maritime Sailors Cathedral. The Church bell chimed till it rang 29 times for each man on the Edmond Fitzgerald. Now the legend lives on from a Chippewa on down of the big lake they call Gitchagumi. Superior, it said, never gives up her dead when the gales of November came early. Blaine Wilhelm, Oiler. Ralph Walton, Oiler. Thomas Benson, Oiler. Mark Thomas, Deckhand. William Spangler, Watchman. Carl Peckle, Watchman. Ransom Cundy, Watchman. Nolan Church, Porter. Frederick Beecher, Porter. Oliver Champeau, 3rd Assistant Engineer. Russell Haskell, 2nd Assistant Engineer. Alan Calvin, 2nd Cook. Thomas Edwards, 2nd Assistant Engineer. Edward Bendon, 1st Assistant Engineer. George Hall, Chief Engineer. Michael Armagost, 3rd Mate. James Pratt, 2nd Mate. John McCarthy, 1st Mate. Gordon McClellan, Wiper. Robert Rafferty, Steward. David Weiss, Cadet. And Ernest McSorley, Captain.